Questions that she had I thought would be very relevant for everyone is how to leverage cash offer programs. So I'm sure you guys, if you're watching TV prime time, you'll probably hear the different cash offer companies that come online. I know right during the middle of the newscast now, I'm starting to hear some. So lots of advertising pushing out there about cash offer. So you want to know how to leverage it. So we don't want it to be a huge competitor of ours, so that instead of worrying about how to compete with them, we want to learn how to work with them, how to embrace it. The industry is changing, the world is changing. People want quick, fast, easy, and they want it now. So a lot of times they don't want to wait for certain things. We want to make sure that we're leveraging the services that are out there. So cash offer programs. So I'd like to start a little bit with an agenda. So this is, first of all, why are we here today? Why are we having this training call? So my vision for today, I want to inform you of some real threats and challenges in our industry. So these are real things that are happening now. If you have not been hiding under a rock, you probably have already run into them, or it's something that you're competing against. But in case you don't know about them, I want to educate you on what's out there now. I also want to showcase how to leverage these threats as opportunities. So instead of fear, if you guys watch the news or social media, they're all about creating fear and scarcity and really trying to keep people from looking at things as opportunities. So try to switch your thinking when you see something happening. Don't be afraid of it. Say, how can I use this? How can I work with this and use it as an opportunity? I also just want to give you lots of value to implement in your own business. So that's really important to me. I have many sleepless nights hoping that I'm offering enough value, enough service to our team, because I want you guys to be able to learn and grow as much as possible. So first of all, a little intro. For most of the people on the call are on my team, but this is also going to go on to our Top Agent Network page. So I wanted to give a short introduction. So starting as a new agent, I was selling 10 homes per year, struggling, begging every friend, family, neighbor that I could to do business with me. In a short amount of time, I moved over to the west coast of Florida, where I live now, and opened a brand new business where I had no sphere, knew nobody, relocated here with my new husband, and had to start completely over. So we're on track to do 200 homes this year, which is super exciting for us. I also do some coaching and mentoring. I've done some stuff with Craig Proctor. I think my biggest audience I talked to is about 5,000 people. That was pretty intimidating. But my mission is I want to be able to help agents grow and learn. My big why, hopefully you guys know this stuff too. Why are you in business? Why do you get out of bed every day? Super valuable for you guys to think about that. For me, it's of course my family. Those of you who know me, my husband, Jerry, and my 3 beautiful stepdaughters. Occasionally I have to let people know that, because even though they're very near and dear and close to my heart, they are blondes and I am a brunette. So many times people ask, how is this possible? So I'm a proud stepmom with 3 beautiful daughters. And really that's why I get out of bed every day. That's why I work so hard. Because if I'm just getting out to make a check or to drive a nicer car, that's not very motivating. So what's motivating for me is my family and being able to offer them freedom. Another thing that's exciting for me, I could just sell houses and be a realtor, but I've decided to be a coach, a team leader. I want to help others grow and learn. And the reason for that is I really want to increase the professionalism of realtors. So that's a big part of what I'm talking about today too. We really want to raise the standard. So lots of agents out there. We think there's 100,000 licensed agents just in my small county. So lots of agents, and a lot of people have just gone out recently in the last year because the market's been so strong. Everyone goes, anyone can sell a house. So they run out and get their license and try to negotiate $100,000 contracts. It's really, really scary. It's really crazy. And unfortunately, it leaves us with a little bit of a bad reputation as well. People don't really trust realtors. They don't know if how knowledgeable they are. They don't treat us as professionals. They think it's a part-time weekend gig. So we want to make sure that we're constantly raising the bar, raising the standard of realtors, because this is how we're going to survive in this industry. So a lot of people now are talking about on Google, real estate agents going extinct. I don't know if you've seen any of those posts, but it's a really hot topic right now. And the reason is because these big companies are coming in and offering services, and most realtors are scared. So they're running backwards. Instead, I want everyone on this call and anyone that's working with our team we're going to learn different strategies so that we can be the ones that stay in the business while some other ones might be going out of the business. So why do we need to raise the standard? Why is this my big why? Why is this my life purpose? And why should it be really, really important to you guys? There's lots of companies out there that are trying to take our business. And they are corporate companies with lots of money backing behind them. Some of them are publicly traded, getting money from hedge funds and those types of things, like Offerpad being one of them, Open Doors another one. So they're basically going out there saying, hey, we would like to buy your home. Redfin is a huge competitor. They talk a lot about having low listing fees. So I think they list your home for 1%. And now if you use them as a buying agent, they also give you back like $2,500 towards closing costs, something like that. But they're basically really inexperienced realtors with a license that they send out into the field. And Redfin really takes, most of the marketing, most of the back end support they do as a company, and then they pay their agents less. So they might pay them $25 to show a house or something like that. Ideal Agent is huge. This is the one I see on the news all the time. So they're saying you can get a top local agent for less. So this is the stuff that our consumers out there are seeing as well. And then I just Googled this, and this is all the other things I found. Sell your home without a realtor. Forget the high commission. Why pay $20,000 to sell your home? Save thousands. So the marketing messaging, like I said, is out there. Amazon, a small company, is also looking to get into the real estate market so you can buy and sell a home online, be delivered next day to your house. How perfect is that? Facebook is also getting into the real estate market. So if you think you have a really good social media following now, just wait till you're competing with Facebook themselves. So if you guys have been on Marketplace, this is now going to be home shopping online, where people can just say, hey, I'm thinking of selling my home. They post it to their network. Somebody all around the world sees it and buys the home directly from Facebook. So if that hasn't got your attention, this definitely will. I went ahead and ran some reports, some numbers on Offerpad, and this is just one of probably 10 different cash offer companies. Just in my local market, I said, well, what have they done this year? So I ran this report in July, and I found out in just 7 months in my MLS, they sold 1,500 homes. So Offerpad bought the home and sold the home through our MLS program. That's about $600 million in lost revenue to realtors and about $18 million in lost commission. So if that doesn't scare you, hopefully we have your attention now. So they're not just for, when I first came out, let's say 3 years ago, and I did a mastermind in Sarasota with all the top agents. So they all run teams, very successful, very well-respected realtors that I know. They were all also available. And we all had lunch, and we were talking about different threats in the industry and changes and all this stuff. This is pre-COVID. And one of the things I mentioned was these iBuyer programs. I saw the threat. And of course, I see it as an opportunity too. And I tried to mastermind with these top agents, and they had no idea what I was talking about. They're like, what's that? Oh, iBuyers. That's only for a small percentage of the population. That's someone who's desperate to sell. If you guys have ever seen those bandit signs on the side of the road, have to sell your home. So when they first came out, everyone thought they were going to take about 1%. Like, okay, Offerpad, Open Door, the marketing sounds good. Zillow Offers attempted to do it for a while. And the reason that they've gone out of the business is they have another marketing strategy. We can talk about that later. But they've become very, very successful, and nobody was expecting it. So 3 years ago, I saw the writing on the wall. I knew it was going to be a strong force. And like I said, 18 million in lost commission. And this is in my small sphere. This is, Sarasota, Manatee County. So what are they doing all over the world? So hopefully I have your attention. Super scary stuff. Then just Googling it, I found other companies that I never heard of. They're popping up all over. Here's Sincere Home Buyers, Eagle Cash Buyer, wanttosellhomenow.com. Redfin again, sell your home here. Buying has never been made more simple. So HomeLight's another cash offer program. So they're out there, right? So we can't hide under a rock. We can't say, oh, whatever, I'm just going to continue to do my small business and let them continue to take a huge percentage of our business. Because I'd hate to see this time next year, the forecast that I'm hearing. We also went to an event recently in Dallas, Texas. I hope some of you guys went to that. But EXPCon in Dallas, I know Tyler went to that. What they were talking about a lot is that 1/3 of the agents are going to be going out of business. So the market was really easy last year, right? We had our own struggles. We had limited inventory. We had some other problems potentially that happened. But for the most part, life was pretty easy. People were wanting to buy. People were flooding to Florida. People were really wanting to buy a lot of homes, or all over. I heard everywhere really had a lot of demand. So it was really easy. Well, now that it's getting harder and things are getting tighter and there's going to be less homes available, we have to start leveraging our other resources. So Offerpad being one of them. They're one that I've used before, which is why I mentioned them. I haven't used Open Door, but Offerpad, I have sold houses with them. So they have partnership opportunities. So I would definitely recommend everyone on this call to make sure you go to Offerpad's website and register as a realtor. You register basically as a partner. It's free right now. I'm sure in the next 5-10 years, they'll probably have limited partnerships that they accept. But for right now, it is free, and they'll pay you a commission. So if you're out there in the field, of course, we're trying to get listings, right? We're realtors. We want to put things on the MLS, but let's say somebody doesn't want their home on the MLS for whatever reason. They're, private people. They don't want, maybe they have small children at home. Maybe they have 5 dogs. Who knows the situation? But there's lots of people out there that don't want the hassle of selling their home through the MLS. They don't want the showings. They don't want the lack of privacy. They don't want a lockbox on their door. So there's a huge percentage of people out there that just want to sell their home and walk. They want to move on to their next property. So those people, when you find them, just make sure you're giving them other options. So Offerpad is what we call a corporate buyer. They'll come in and they'll make an offer. They say within 72 hours. I've had it take a little bit longer than that sometimes. So now I just promise within a week, I will get somebody back their number, but you can go right to their website, register as an agent, as a partner, put in the company's or put in the customer's address and all the details. They want to know, what kind of flooring they have. They want to know, if it has HOA fee or not. So a lot of the things that only us as an agent would be able to put in. So update all that information, and then they'll contact you, like I said, within a week and give you a number. Or they might tell you that they're not going to offer. So that's possible too. Maybe it's not in an area that they want to invest in, or maybe the house doesn't really check all their boxes. So they might come back and say no. Like, now we're not going to put a cash offer in for that property. So then leverage another resource. I wouldn't stop there. I wouldn't give up. Oh, forget it. They said no, moving on. I don't work for Offerpad. I have lots of resources out there. So express offers. So this is something unique to EXP. It's something that they actually just put out a 2.0 version. So it's getting better as they're growing with it as well. You do have to be certified. So just make sure that you go through their website. Actually, I can probably show you that real quick. Let me stop for a second. Just to kind of show you guys where these features are located, in case you haven't seen them before. So here is our Express Offers page. So this is, you just go right to EXP. It'll give you the Express Offers page, and you do have to go through a couple of courses, but I'll say the courses have lots of benefit. So don't be afraid that, oh man, I have to get certified. This is a good thing, because they're going to show you exactly how to present it to your customer, how it works, what houses they're looking for, how to work through their buy boxes. So it's got lots of value. So just go through these quick little modules. They have the buy box, mindset, commissions, how do you get paid? Things like that are pretty important. So I would recommend going through this to become an EXP certified agent. So that's going to have lots of value for you guys. Offerpad, which I mentioned right here. You can partner with them. So just make sure you sign up for a free account as an agent, and you can start to refer them business for people that want to sell their home for cash. Another really great option, which I can give you guys this link. This has become a partner of ours for trade-in situations. So if you guys ever had a customer that you worked with that said, well, I'm afraid to sell my house too soon because I'll be homeless. What do I do in the case that I have a home to sell? I would say that's most customers. It's probably 80% of the people out there own a home and want to buy a new home. So there's a small percentage that don't need to sell first, which is great. They don't need to sell first. They can go out and buy something and sell it at their leisure. But some people that are moving into their primary residence, they normally need the money from their current home to buy their next home. So I'd say it's a big percentage of our clients. So make sure you have an option for them. So when you run into these people, you don't want it to seem like, this is the first time I've ever heard this. Wow, you have to sell your home first? No, we know that this is a common problem. So you want to have a solution for them. So this is one that we've worked with. There's a couple of these companies out there. I know Ribbon. I think there's one called Ribbon Home. There's one called Homeward. This one I like, Calc, because they have a couple of unique services. So I'll tell you a little bit about them too. But you can get connected with them. Like I said, our team sells a lot of houses. So we actually do have a partnership with them. If you guys are part of a team, you can do the same thing. So it's going to be co-branded. But the idea is that you can actually put in the address for the person and get a trade-in value. So I'll show you, it's a little bit different. Here's a really great comparison. How does this type of trade-in mortgage compare with iBuyers like Offerpad? So the first thing that's really great about it, it's buy before you sell. So a lot of customers don't feel comfortable putting their house on their market until they know where they're going. And believe me, as an agent, it's going to help you a lot too. You want to have a plan for that customer, because you don't want them to try to do a lease back. Let's sell the house and I need to live in it for 60 days to find a home. All that stuff makes it really difficult, very complicated. We want to make sure they're able to buy first and then selling at their leisure. It's a benefit to us and it's a benefit service to the customer. So buy before you sell. So you can actually start taking your customer out shopping. Say, hey, let's go find that dream home. Let's find what you're looking for. The minute they find something, you want to make sure that you have this pre-approval letter from Calc that it'll buy the home that they live in. So that's pretty much how it works. They're going to give you a guaranteed cash offer per se on the house they live in so that they're able to make an offer on their next property. You can also submit competitive offers. So this was huge in the last 6 months. Things have slowed down, thank goodness. But in the past 6 months, everything was so competitive. So how in the world would you get your buyer that has a home to sell first, that has to wait 90 additional days to compete with a cash offer of somebody? It's very difficult to do. So this is going to help you create more competitive offers. And there's still properties today that are competitive and have multiple offers on them in a certain price range. So this is going to give you that advantage, give your customer that advantage as well, that they can put in a competitive offer without a home sale contingency. You also, it says here, you can use your agent and your price. So it lets you list with us, which is fantastic. That's the goal here. They partner with realtors. So you want to make sure that you're working with them in a partnership, not a competitive. We're collaborative, not competitive. So they'll let you work with your real estate agent to offer your home on the market, and they're basically the backup plan. So most people aren't going to sell their home to calc in this situation, but it's a backup plan. So they'll never have to worry if their home won't sell. They never have to worry about being homeless. So it solves certain problems that are going to be really, really important to your customer. And you want to make sure you're telling them that and conveying that message to them and reassuring them that this is going to be a very smooth transition, because that's what they want. Sell with confidence. They can repair, stage their original home even after they moved out. So if anyone has moved recently, I'm sure you're going to know how stressful this process can be. But what this allows them to do is it gives them some time so they can buy their new home, move in, then get the house ready for sale. So that gives them lots of flexibility, and that's a really great value to the customer. Plus, it's cost efficient. So the reason I like this company a little bit better than Homeward, Blue Ribbon, and all those that I mentioned is because they only have you sell once. So for example, Homeward I used before. I actually used it on my own property because I was super curious about it, and it helped some of the pain points that my family had. So we closed on the property first. The only downside is when we bought the property back after our home sold, I had to pay closing costs again. And in the state of Florida, that's pretty high, or it can be high. So what I like about Calc is it has the one closing. So you're not paying dual closing costs, additional savings again for your customer. So that's in comparison kind of with iBuyers. You see how it says with an iBuyer program, they may or may not have to list their home with you. So remember, even though Offerpad is a partner, they're willing to work with you. It's as long as it benefits them as well. So you want to make sure that you're working kind of in your best interest and their best interest. You have to make it a 50-50 relationship. Otherwise, they're very happy to help them sell their home later. So you got to make sure you're plugged in as their partner, not just randomly putting addresses into Offerpad. You don't want to do that. So there's also bridge or lease back buyers. So this is a really cool program. At least that's what people used to do a long time ago. If you can find bridge loans, I find they're very hard and they have lots of red tape around them, but they're out there, finding that bridge loan, which will basically do the same thing versus doing a traditional mortgage. So I think that kind of gives you guys an idea of how that one works. Offerpad and Express offers. Let me go back to my presentation. So I hope, do you guys have any questions? You guys feel good about this so far? All right. So that's Offerpad, Express Offers, Calc Trade-in Mortgage, and also don't forget about your own database of investors and buyers. So being in this business, we have a lot of clients in our database. Hopefully you guys maintain your database as well. But just make sure that you have buyers in your database. So if you go on an appointment, the person decides they don't want to list their home traditionally, they don't want to put on the MLS, they don't want showings, they want a cash offer, or they just want to sell it quickly, hassle-free, try to match them initially with your database. So we use Chime as our CRM, and they make this a very easy process. I can actually put in the criteria for the property, and it helps me kind of match up who those potential buyers might be, but reach out to them. Also, when you have investors, that is such a valuable database. Maybe you sold an investor one house 3 years ago. Make sure you keep in touch with them. If you called an investor and said, hey, I have a great deal on a house, the resale value of this home is $350. They want a quick cash offer. They're willing to accept $300 for an investor. That's a great deal. So now you've actually just secured 2 great relationships. You just had an investor get a phone call with you giving them deals, which is going to help you do more deals with them in the future. And you've also really fulfilled your service to that seller because you were able to bring them a buyer, which in the end, that's really what everybody wants. Sorry, my dog just walked in. Okay. So make sure that you're leveraging the buyers that you already have in your database. So that would be a great double sale there. All right.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey,
Just
Tyler.
quick questions for you.
Sure.
Hey, have you ever done a maybe a social ads campaign for this type of stuff, or just basically emailing it to your database? How do you attract the home sellers?
Yes, great question. So you can absolutely, I'll show you what my presentation looks like, well, once I'm in the home, but you can absolutely with any advertising that you're currently doing, start throwing cash offers out there. So if you're running social media ads, I mean, I've seen billboards, I've seen commercials, start promoting almost like you are Offerpad. Wherever you see them advertising is probably where we should be advertising too. So social media is a big one. Saying, hey, are you do a video on your network saying, have a home to sell, but afraid of being homeless, or worried that you're not going to find the right home before your home sells. Do some sort of video out there, and they'll reach out to you because they want the cash offer. I've had some success even with bandit signs, even though they take them down, but putting those type of investor type signs out there, people will call you. They'll reply to those. So you want to find those people that are in, I don't want to say a desperate situation, but you want to find them that are looking for a cash offer. We have landing pages,
Cool.
we have a website, we have a ClickFunnels page, anywhere that you're driving traffic. So anywhere that you're already advertising, I would definitely include this. We actually even put it on our business cards. Want a cash offer for your home? It's on my signature on my emails. So you just want to promote it everywhere that you're promoting for listings now, instead of saying, hey, interested in listing your home, I'm going to advertise interested in the cash offer.
Great.
So
Thank you.
everywhere. But yes, I can show you some examples we're doing, but I would almost tell everyone that as often as you can that it's a service that you offer.
Sure. You can email them to me. That'd be great.
Absolutely. Love
I
to.
can I can just I can just copy it, right?
Cool.
Instead of having to
Just,
recreate anything.
just change my name to yours.
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate
And
it.
the phone number. You got it. Great question. So another threat that's out there. So why is this demand happening right now? Why are people calling cash offer companies? Why are they even going to Offerpad and Open Door? Unfortunately, realtors were just not trusted or considered professionals. So my CPA, for example, or my doctor, I go to see my CPA and he tells me what I owe at the end of the year for taxes. I believe him. I don't second guess or question or Google. I just say, okay, he tells me this is what I do. I treat him as a professional and I trust his advice. So why don't customers feel that way about their realtors? So I would like to say it's a little bit of our industry's fault because they don't offer the training that's really needed. So a lot of agents are out there trying to sell houses and they don't have any training or know what they're doing, or have a team support, or have anyone to help them with the contracts, or an attorney that they can ask questions to. There's lots and lots of moving parts in real estate, as you guys know. And it's so important that you have a team behind you. You can't just be out there as a rogue agent working by yourself, because now you have to know everything. You have to know all these lending programs. You have to be the best customer service and sales I mean, it's so many moving parts. I don't know why our industry doesn't set us up to be a little bit more teamwork, collaboration. But just know that that threat is real. Unfortunately, that's our reputation and that's what we're up against. So don't get your feelings hurt. Don't think, man, I don't know why they wouldn't want to list their home with me. I'm a nice person. It's just what's kind of transpired over the last couple decades, I would say. So how can we change that? So if we know that to be true, how can we make a difference? So number one, improve training. So our team offers a lot of training. I actually am starting to put together some more outreach to our network. I want to offer training to anyone and everyone that needs it, because it's not just about me. It's not just about, one person. It's really about customer service and our customer reputation out there. So if we improve our skills, we have better training, we become seasoned professional agents, we're going to do a better job, and they're not going to be looking outside of realtors to get the things that they need to buy or sell a home. So number one, training, offering a consistent level of service. So this is why having a team is so, so valuable, because things happen in life, right? I don't want to have, if January is a really busy time of year, or maybe I come down with COVID, something happens, I don't give a consistent level of service because I'm only one person. So, but the customer is going to expect that and demand it, and my reputation's on the line every single deal. So you want to make sure you have a consistent level of service. You have people around you that can help. So if I'm out sick, I have fantastic, well-trained showing agents that can help me show some properties. If I'm out sick, my TC is still in the office. She's able to answer questions on contracts and reply and make updates and change dates and addendums. So all that kind of stuff is really, really important. And it's what you'd expect of any business. I don't know why realtors are different. But my doctor's office, if my doctor's not there, I still expect the receptionist to answer the phone. I still expect their billing person to make sure that my insurance is paid for. So we just have to work a little bit more as a team so that a customer is getting that consistent level of service. It's not just Jennifer and her cell phone, because that can't be a 5-star service every time. And then consistent marketing. So like Tyler was asking, where do I put my marketing out there? Once you come up with what that look is going to be, then put it everywhere. You don't want to change it like, oh, my mailers look like this and my website looks like this. You really want it to be consistent so that they're constantly seeing that message over and over. I think someone has to see it, 7 times before it sticks or before they make the first contact. So you want to make sure it's very consistent and once you know something that works, just do it over and over. Make sure you're doing buyer consultations. I think because we've gotten, I don't want to say lazy, but because the industry was so busy over the last 6 months, we had so much demand. Hey, I want to see a house and I want to see it right now. We were dropping everything and showing homes. So I get it. I was there. It was just a tough market. It's what we had to do. But now that things are going to get tighter, there's going to be less buyers out there. It's going to go back to having to be that resource for your buyer. So there's going to be lots of agents looking for business, which is going to make it a little bit more competitive until they decide to do something else and get out of the business. But make sure that you're taking the time to consult with your buyer. Sit down with them, find out what's important to them. Don't treat every buyer the same. Once you start to assume, oh, he's just like the last guy, and first-time home buyer, I know what he wants. We're not doing a good service by that customer. So buyer consultations are so important. They take 10, 15 minutes. It's not a huge amount of time, but by putting that time in up front to learn your customer, to educate your customer, to make sure that they know the value that you also bring as their agent, because that's going to be super valuable to them. By doing that, you're actually solidifying your relationship. You're going to avoid lots of problems on the back end. So if you're we call them Pop-Tart agent, you drop everything and you run out to go show a house, now your only value is opening a door, right? You're just there as their Uber driver. Oh, this was one house that you wanted to see. I have to give you access to it. Now we're no better than Redfin, right? But I would like to think everyone on this call is a professional and is better than a Redfin agent. So take that 10 minutes to sit down with your customer and do a consultation. I've never had a doctor meet with me before we've had a consultation, and I consider them professional. I've never had my CPA wants to meet with me first. So I'm not just going to throw all my taxes at him and here's all my receipts. Nope. He's going to sit down and find out, what are your goals, Jennifer? What are you looking to accomplish? What are you going to do this year? What do you want to do next year? Tell me about your family. So why aren't we doing that unless we're not acting as professional realtors? So make sure you take the time with your customer, get to know them, and also educate them on the process. A lot of customers don't know how we get paid. They don't get it. They don't know what we do. So by sitting down and telling them how the process works and how we get paid up front, it's going to save you hours and hours, maybe weeks of wasted time on the back end. So if the customer calls you when they see a house and they expect you to drop everything and show it, we're not showing up as professionals. But if we meet with them first and we say, okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to get all your criteria. I'm going to identify the right properties that match what you're looking for, and I'm going to send them to you. And if you want to go see them, we go see them. But we're going to limit it to 2 to 5 homes. We should not be showing people 15, 35 homes. I mean, then again, we're doing them a disservice and us. So of course we think about ourselves first and we go, gosh, this is wasting a lot of time. What do you think that customer's thinking of you? They think we're also incompetent and this person's wasting my time. Nobody wants to look at 35 houses. Okay, there's a couple exceptions and they're usually not real buyers or not real motivated. They're happy to look at houses. That's a totally different thing. But for people that are motivated and need to buy a home, they don't want you wasting their time. So sit down initially and do this consultation. It'll establish your credibility like times 100. But after I do this presentation, people look at me like, wow, with admiration, like she really knows what she's doing. She takes this seriously. She's a professional. And that's what I want them to think about, each and every one of you guys. Think of yourself more as an advisor than an order taker, right? So if a customer says, hey, I want to go see this house. Hey, I want to write an offer. Hey, this is what I want you to say. Then we're just order takers. We have a pen and paper. We go, okay. And we're just doing what they tell us to do. There's not a lot of value in that. And if you guys want to get paid the big bucks that realtors make, you can't be an order taker, because then you're at the mercy of your customer. Sure, you'll sell an average of 4 homes a year, maybe being an order taker. But if you're really trying to grow your business and you really want to take this seriously and you want this to be your full-time career and you want to make $1 million a year, you got to be more than an order taker. So you can't think that, the job is just so easy. It's not. So you have to learn your craft and become a professional advisor. You should know your market so well that when a customer comes in and says, I want to buy a house on the beach for $600,000, that you're going to tell them that's not available. because you know your market. So now you became a professional advisor. They think they know what they want. And now you're advising them saying that's not available. But what if I could find you a property that's 10 miles from the beach, 15 miles from the beach? Would you consider that? Yeah, I guess so. They come in thinking they know everything. They come in thinking they know what they want. But if we're their advisor, we're going to tell them really what it is that they want and how to get what they want with their budget. Because a lot of people have a champagne taste on a beer budget, right? So that's our job. So let's not get mad at the customer and go, oh, this customer is an idiot. No, I would kind of point those fingers back at yourself and say, because you didn't properly advise them on what's available and what's out there, maybe we're the idiots. So don't be the idiot realtor. We want to be the professional advisor. Last thing, caring for your clients. Are you listening to them? So I have to admit, I'm guilty of this because I've sold many, many houses, that it gets to the point sometimes I put them into like a stereotype, like, oh, this person is like this, so this is what I need to do next. You know what? They will surprise you, right? Everybody's different. Are you listening to them? Are you asking the questions? Are you treating them like they're your only customer? Because they can feel that as well. So we a lot of times, let's say a contract falls through. That's frustrating, right? We work our butt off to get something under contract and the customer changes their mind. So what are we going to do? We're going to throw the baby out with the bathwater? Get out of here. We're done with you. No, we want to save the client, not the deal. And if you're listening to your customer, you kind of, a lot of times we know maybe it's not the right deal for them, but maybe we write it up anyway. So during your consultation, they said, we want a bigger yard. They find a house that has a small yard. And then we're mad at them when they decide that they want a bigger yard, like, because we weren't listening from the beginning. So make sure you're really caring for your customers, loving on them. They feel it, they know it, and they'll be more loyal to you. So it's a very, very win-win relationship. Make sure you're paying attention and listening. All right, guys, so that was what my presentation is for today. I did want to show you guys quickly kind of what my cash offer program looks like. I'll go through this fast. I know I'm running low here on time. But just to give you an idea, this is what I present in a listing appointment. If somebody has called me back on a cash offer sign, a cash offer ad, of course, every marketing source that we use, I have a different phone number, so I know what they're calling about. So if somebody actually calls us for our buyout program, I even have it in our marketing literature. So we send this out with every client, even a client that comes in from a listing presentation. You know, we provide them a little marketing brochure here. And one of our benefits in here is that we can also offer them cash offer. We call it immediate buyout program. So I have it everywhere. So no matter where a customer came from, I want to make sure that they know I'm also able to do cash offers, because sometimes this is the better option for people. So if someone's interested in my buyout program, we want to give them the benefits for it. So we know it's not going to be at top dollar. So you have to show them what are the benefits, because why would somebody want to take these offers? Like I said, the agents 3 years ago go, nobody's going to want to take less for their home than it's worth. They are, because they don't want the hassle. So tell them what the benefits are. It's a hassle-free way to sell your home. For me, like I said, I did it with my own home because I'm really busy. I'm selling houses. For me to have to buy and sell my own house and move is a huge hassle in my life. And it probably cost me $20,000, $30,000 by not helping other people buy and sell their homes. So by costing me a little bit more money, it was worth it for the back end of my time. Skip the repair work. Lots of people, you go in their house and they need lots of work. You walk in and go, holy cow, how am I going to sell this piece of crap? So if their house needs lots of work, cash offer is a great program for them. Somebody says they don't want any showings or open houses. That's going to be another trigger when you're listening to your client and they're saying these words. That makes it hard as a realtor to sell their home. Maybe they're better for a cash offer program. Guaranteed sale, so they can make offers on other homes. If they were losing out on homes, they're putting offers in that they're not getting accepted. Those are all signs, flags that maybe this is a better program for them. So they can actually have a guaranteed sale. Also offering other services. So we do full service from moving, short-term housing, showing them other homes that they can make offers on. Let them know what these values are, because this is what Redfin's doing. This is what Offerpad does. So we have to be competitive. So you have to know what your competitors are doing and offer a similar or better service so that they use you instead. So we're the only team, and this is really cool because it's something that we can, it's our name to fame out in our area in Southwest Florida. We're the only ones that are offering an immediate buyout program. That's huge. Tell people that. Some home sellers are looking for an extremely hassle-free process. How does it work? We're going to give you a fair all-cash offer within 72 hours. The best part is we can close whenever you choose to close. So it's got a flexible close date, which is a huge benefit to a seller. Doesn't matter what condition your house is in. Or if there are tenants you can't get rid of, there's lots of people that have homes that have renters in them. They can't get them out and they can't show the property. So instead of us listing a property that has tenants, that makes it really hard to show, offer them the immediate buyout program. If you need cash quickly, some people are losing their home. So I have a client right now. I didn't find out until, of course, we're under contract, closing in 3 weeks, that their house is going to auction in 2 weeks. So they really should have shared that information with me. Anyhow, that was probate and a whole nother story. But sometimes people are losing their homes. So a cash offer is a fantastic option for them so that they don't lose it. So we can close in as soon as 7 days because it's a cash offer. And we don't have to rely on traditional bank financing. Then I give them 3 options. So people like choices. People like options. So make sure you're giving them options. Number 1, we can buy your house. So this is traditionally for homes that need repairs. So if you go into a house, you're thinking of listing it and you go, no way is this going to sell in this condition. If it needs lots and lots of repairs, we said we're usually able to get higher offers with 2 or 3 that net you more money. But if you don't want to do the repairs or you're unable to do the repairs, maybe they live out of state. Maybe this was a rental home. They have no idea how bad the home looks and they're unable to get there to fix it. So we'll buy it for cash. So that's first option. Option number 2 is our corporate home buyers. So those are the ones I just showed you. Express Offers, Offerpad, Calc Home Mortgage. These are corporate home buyers actually will make an offer on their home. We're connected with the nation's top corporate home buyers. You'll notice there's no logos on here. I'm not advertising to them who my home buyers are because we have a selection of them, but I'm just letting them know that we partner with some of the corporate home buyers. They make all cash offers, little hassle within your time frame, 10 to 45 days. Some people don't want to sell too fast. 10 days scares them. I'm not ready to move out in 10 days. Maybe they want the 45 days. Let them know that we can do both of those options. And we can have offers for them within the next 48 hours. So a lot of times now, if I'm using Offerpad as an option, I'm going to ask for a week. Things might slow down. I know the market's slowing down a little bit, but it was taking a little bit longer than 48 hours. Option number 3, how about the retail market? We have a buyers in waiting program, and we're also a Zillow Premier office. So if you guys are not Zillow, just remove that part of it. Oh, sorry, somebody just walked in. Okay, so some of the options here to choose from. Option number 1, hang on 2 seconds, guys. Being quite loud. Okay. Option number 1 is benefits homeowners who want a fast offer on their home and a home is in need of repairs. I might close my door. Hang on, guys. All right, sorry about that. Option number 2 is going to benefit homeowners who want a cash offer willing to close in their time frame 30 to 45 days from now. The home is in neat and clean condition, and they want an offer that's closer to full market value. That's going to be the Offerpad offers. Option number 3 is for homeowners that want top dollar. We have over 3,000 buyers in our database who will pay full retail value and are comfortable getting their home prepared to market and sell. So offer all 3. So what happens a lot of times is they think they have to choose. Either I use my trusted realtor that I know is local and knows the marketplace, or I have to go to Offerpad, or I have to sell it to a private investor. Let them know that you are the option. So when they connect with you, call you, you'll help them with anything that they need. Because really that's our job, right? We're not in the sales job. I'm not selling houses. I'm in the service industry. So I want to find out what their needs are, learn more about my client, and then offer them lots of different resources. So I call these tools in your tool belt. You want to have a lot of them. So keep in touch with what's going on in your market. Make sure that you know things that are happening so that you can properly educate your client as well. And then these are just some options that are really, really effective for a lot of them. Sorry, guys, share my screen, and then I'll wrap up here. So next steps. Let's see. Hopefully I'm sharing the right one. Nope. Okay. The next steps, guys, what should we do next? So hopefully you guys have gotten lots and lots of value from this. Please follow us online. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the Jennifer Kenna Home Selling Team. We would love if you guys could give us a 5-star review. So lots of the training that we're offering out there, it's just because we love, care, and appreciate our network. But if you guys can take 2 minutes and give us a 5-star Google review, I'll also send you one. So send me over your link, but that's really valuable, important to our business as we're growing. If you guys need help in your business, so if there's some things that you're struggling with, this is my Calendly link. The cool thing is it syncs with my existing calendar. So if I'm busy at some time, it'll show you when I'm available. So if you guys want to do a short one-on-one discovery call to help you grow your personal business, please set up a time on my calendar. That's a really good way for us to connect and learn more about you and what you're trying to do. And lastly, if you guys would like to join us at the live event in Vegas, you guys should know about this, but EXPCon is coming up in October. It is a huge, huge valuable resource. You can learn more about express offers. You can meet people that are actively out there selling it. I have some friends networked that they actually, that's all they do. Their entire business is express offers. So it's a huge opportunity for you guys, and going to these events are absolutely priceless. I know it's expensive to travel. I know it's takes time out of your life and personal stuff. I totally get it. But I've made it a point in my business, and every single time I've gone, I've come back with lots of valuable nuggets. So if you guys can attend this event, I think it'll be huge for your business, really help you grow and learn more about these tools that are available to you. So thank you guys so much. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Please connect with me. Like I said, my link on here. Would love to talk to you and learn more about your business and how we can grow together. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you.